Hello everyone. A while ago, Flickr took a journey into the center of DEMA. Yes, this is the center of DEMA. And lots of junk is accumulating there. There's a ballista wheel, we have guns and so on. All those things that don't need to be there and that have at least a little bit influence on server performance. And here we have the center of Stanton. Yes, this is the center of Stanton. The sun is not in the center. And again, lots of junk accumulating in the center of Stanton for reasons I don't know. And all those things surely have an influence on server performance. You can even grab free guns, med pens. Oh, and by the way, the sun is just a low-poly 2D disk, and it's not even in the center of Stanton. And of course, if you just fly around, you can see all those abandoned ships at outposts, on landing pads, and at space stations. It seems like this is what Chris wants to have. Chris wants to throw a bottle into the woods and find it 6 weeks later. Why, Chris? What's the point? Do I really need to find a bottle I threw into the woods 6 weeks later? I don't think so. And even for immersive reasons, we could think of bots doing the cleaning while we are not there.
But the proper persistence is I go anywhere, I take my Elroy's cup, put it, get my coffee at the space station, I take it with me, I get on the spaceship, I fly to a planet, I walk in a forest, I litter, I drop it on the floor in the forest, I get off, I fly away, and then Sean flies to the forest and sees an Elroy cup when he arrives in that area. So,
and I grab it and I sell it.
Yeah, there you go.
But then you come back and you think that there's a bug in the game because it's gone, whereas in reality, Sean took it.
Yeah, so the second stage of the SOCs is the full persistence comes in with what we call the iCache, which basically will save out all the state and position of any item in the game when you move away from it. So if you have to, which is what's happening on the server right now, it streams out like what's there, and right now we're persisting it in the server's memory, but we aren't persisting it back to a cloud database just yet.
All those things are center of planets and moons, all those things are center of star systems, all those abandoned ships at outposts and space stations surely have an influence on server performance. We are asking CRG to clean up a little bit quicker, and CRG said, hold my beer. Here we have a Spectrum thread started by Jim Lark. Object culling is a little too aggressive in 4.0. I'm all for more aggressive culling versus what we had prior, where outposts would be littered with empty ships. But currently, object culling is not working as intended, and it is a little bit too aggressive. Have already run into 2 issues. Friends and I were crewing a Polaris with F7As in the hangar, just in case we need to deploy one. We find a derelict station, blow up the turrets, but decide to park Polaris in a hollow asteroid to keep players from accessing it easily, and decide to EVE the rest of the way there. As we leave the Polaris and gain some distance from it, while within view, it just disappears, leaving only the F7As that were parked inside of the hangar, in the same exact spot. When to Pyro had to do a mission in Bloom, spot 2 players who were immediately engaging. We dogfight for a bit until eventually the both of them soft kill my ship, causing me to crash land on the planet. I survive and crawl out of the ship, and the players approach and hover over my soft death ship to verify that I'm dead or to loot it. So I decide to hide under my derelict ship as they are about to move on my soft dead ship. It gets culled and disappears, leaving me exposed and with no cover. They turn, blast me with shotguns, and I die. Chris, we want this. We want more quicker cleanup. We don't need to see a bottle we threw into the woods 4 weeks later, but you are doing it a little bit too aggressive at the moment. CRG has this habit to go from one extreme to the other. And of course, we have comments like this. A ship that size should always have some crew members or crew members stay behind on it to monitor radar and comes, now you know, to keep it from despawning. It's not a bug, it's a feature. And Jim Lark replied to this, that's the thing, we had 2 people inside. They ended up in space when the Polaris disappeared. Yeah, so please, don't just leave comments if you don't know if it actually works. CRG will tweak those numbers, and I hope in the future we will see more reasonable numbers. What is your experience with chips disappearing way too quickly on the current 4.0 build? I am very curious to hear from you. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye. Auf Wiedersehen.
You handle this on security station deck 9.
Aye, sir.
Sensors are configured.
Come on. Okay.
Hey, you're still here. You might want to join me on Twitter. My Twitter account is Camural_SC.